Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dungeon Mechanics. We are back here for another exciting, hopefully, episode of Dawn of Diademia. But before we get started with a quick recap, not announcements, but something better. So, for those that don't know, you have what's called luck and inspo that you can give to players because they might need it every once in a while. But essentially, if you have enough mech points saved up from the cog on the bottom portion of your Twitch page, however you're watching it, you should be able to purchase inspiration and luck and give them to either the players or the DM. A luck is a free reroll. And inspiration is an added d6 to pretty much everything except for damage. And maybe death saves. That would be kind of broken. But other than that, see? FNH Paul just gave inspiration to his buddy Vengax. But yeah, just like that.
In spirit.
Yakuza in spirit. Other than that, we are doing a sub giveaway. So once we reach 50 subs, if we reach it sometime this month, we're actually going to be giving away your Wizard's Dice, which... Oh, I got it right.
I was so concerned. For me, I was like, hold on, you're not giving away my dice.
Yeah, we're giving away our Wizard's Dice.
Shit.
Because he's a druid now, so he needs druid dice. But yes, I went through and picked two different liquid core dice. The one that we're giving away at the 50 subs is a... How did they phrase it? A pale blue flowing liquid core with glitter swirls and copper flakes. Basically, it's super pretty, and when you roll it, the liquid inside swirls and stuff. So currently those are shipping to me, but as soon as we have them on hand to show, whichever stream, I'll be sure to show everybody so they know what the dice looks like before they get them. And then if we don't make 50 subs this month, we'll just carry it over to next month. Other than that, in the last episode, our heroes went through some things. They were trying to fight the orc leader that Leia was kind of bound to kind of kill, thanks to her unrequested acceptance into the Hunters Guild. But it kind of became a race for the clock as the black coating on her arm kept going further and further up. But before our heroes were able to take down the bad guy, time kind of froze, and they were beseeched by Annabelle, who claims to be Asmodeus's sister. She pretty much gave our party a very difficult task. I won't say impossible, but very difficult. To unite the Seelie and Unseelie courts. And for those that don't know, they just don't get along in the Feywilds. So as they were thrusted into this new setting, some familiar, but not completely familiar because it's different, that is where we are going to pick up today. So you all find yourselves in the Feywilds, and I need y'all to make a perception check.
Natural 20. What a waste.
What a waste.
That's a 10.
You see all the colors.
And
My
18.
eyes.
Caden got an 18.
What did Rayliff get?
And
Okay, Rayliff ain't seeing. Shit.
yeah, remember I had come down, but I rolled in that one on the coming into the fade.
Okay, so while Rayliff is getting his bearings, the rest of you see various almost humanoid creatures, but they're kind of small, kind of scurrying about in the forest, more or less running away from your presence, from what it seems, than running away from something present in the forest. If that makes sense. What would you all like to do?
I'm never gonna get used to. How do you do this, Vengax? How do you do this?
I don't know. You just get used to it over time.
I don't think so. I don't think I ever will.
Which is fine. That's my job. I travel from place to place. So a god magically transporting me here is sort of just normal, I guess.
Was that a god, though? I mean, I haven't heard of her before.
Who is this?
Freya.
Freya?
Oh, Freya, right. Okay.
It's Cricket using his only sentence that
Oh, damn.
he's like, this is my time.
Sneaky too.
Cricket's so elegant in the Feywild.
Posh.
Salty or Vingax will just look over at Freya and go, well, I don't know, but she did claim to be the brother of Asmodeus, who is a god. So
I don't trust her. I don't trust her. Why would they send us here? That, at least from where I'm from, the place that doesn't exist anymore. That's impossible.
Dalen is gonna pick a direction and just start walking.
Tail it.
You might
Don't.
want to stop your friend.
Dalen, this is a dangerous area. The plants could kill you. The plants.
I'm not gonna eat the plants.
It doesn't matter. They'll eat you. You step on one of them on the wrong way, and then all of a sudden, guess what? You're their dinner. They don't need photosynthesis here. They need meat.
Well, we need to get going. We have things to do.
Okay.
You mean unite the Seelie and Unseelie courts?
Yeah.
You do know that's an impossible task.
I will take your word for it. So, who do we go see first? The Sealy sound nicer.
I look over to Freya. It's like, this is where you were at before. What do you suggest? You're a home turf. Oh, it's my home turf, but not the same. It's different from what you told me.
Yes, it's very different. What is the plan? I mean, before we just go to a court, we should probably come up with some type of objective. Can't just walk in there and say, hey, you should be friends with the people you despise and hope for the best.
Will you tell him war is coming?
I mean,
Asmodeus is planning something?
most of them kind of revel in that kind of environment.
What if it means everything being reset and everything just, going
We
to shit
bring up
again?
the dragons.
Dragons, mythical creatures.
And then he turns and looks at Vi and says, Does she look mythical to you?
Not particularly. But they say dragons are much larger than that, and that one doesn't even have wings.
She is young. She has not reached the maturity to have her wings yet. But if the dragons slumber underneath the continents, they're a vital asset or a threat, depending.
Are they asleep though? Or are they the continent?
Considering that you haven't really seen pieces of them anywhere, I would say they're probably underneath it. In part, in it, as a part, I guess.
Okay, well, we could use the dragons. That's a good option. We could try to tell them about the war coming and they'll revel in it. And then it's like, hey, that probably won't work because they're very thick-headed and they're all about chaos. Dalen, any ideas?
I don't know these people. Freya, what would they listen to?
Let's put it this way. The Sealy Court banished an entire race called the Herringon to Diademia because one member didn't give the king or queen at the time an invitation to a wedding that was happening. Their temperaments are as callous as how weather changes. There's no predicting.
Chaos. How do you...
Well, they don't like to be left out. We could use that.
So
Also, you have to be careful in the Feywilds. The way you contextualize things can kind of...
manifest?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Fae kind of
Emotion.
take things as binding contracts.
Just don't give anyone your name. Don't accept anything. None of that. Because then they'll expect something in return. You won't think anything will happen, but just don't take anything for free. Just in case.
So what do I call myself?
Your nickname. Day. Just Day. Just Day.
All right.
We could call you Gax. We could call you... What's your last name? Caden. That's your name. Caden. What's your last name?
Why would I give them my last name? That's more binding than my first.
Not if you don't know your full name. Unless you just want to go by Cade. That also works.
I have a name for my previous life.
That works.
Wait, why do we need to unite them again?
Because the lady in our voice said so.
But she didn't give a reason.
Because I'm sure that's going to come up. We just need a unified front in the Feywilds for this war.
to stop Asmodeus from there being another reset.
But I mean, that's not a reason to unite them both. She didn't give us the real reason that she wants the two courts united.
Look, I already don't like her to begin with, so I'm trying to come up with a reason at this point.
Didn't she say that there's an opening to be the god of dragons? Would this play into it at all?
More than likely, just another god trying to get more power.
Would we use that to unify them? Power? Or would that just drive them further apart?
I mean, they'll probably attempt to backstab each other, so we could use it, but we just have to be cautious about that. We could. Let's just use power and see where that goes, and just keep an eye on your back just in case. Don't trust anyone at face value.
Well, I'm hungry. Can I use any of these plans to cook?
I rolled a nature check.
Rayleigh kind of like starts to inspect the different foliage around the forest. Rayleigh, you come across plants that you're familiar with. However, as you inspect them further, there's like slight variances. Almost like if there was a flower with white polka dots in your previous encounter, it's like blue in this case. So you're not sure if the thing that you would offer as like edible would be technically edible in the same context here.
Oh, this looks like something that I've seen before, but it's a different color now. We could risk it, but that's entirely up to you, Day. Sorry. Try to get used to it.
I guess I'm not that hungry.
Okay. Well, do you have... We didn't get anything from the cart, like meats or anything. We didn't bring anything with us. The cart's by its... I know. It's all gonna. It's time is relative. It's weird, but it's
cart
fine.
Could have been on your person.
I didn't think about it because the horses were there. Who expects a goddess to just suddenly be like, "Hey, guess what? Impossible task. Bye now. Different plane." Who expects that? No one. How will I don't have foresight for that.
As they're having this conversation, Caden pulls out his rations and he hands them to Dalen. These should help you.
God.
Thank you. I guess we're having rations tonight. Today. Whatever. Whenever it is.
Vengax, make a charisma check. So D20 plus if you have a charisma modifier.
Where would I see?
Oh,
if I have a charisma
so for your charisma, if there's a plus under that stat.
Oh. Okay, yeah, no.
You have 0?
We had a 16.
Nice. So as they're all talking, and Caden's handing out rations to Dalen, Rayliff's like second guessing every plant structure that he comes across. You get a glimpse of your feather plumage, the reflection of it in like a nearby tree, which normally you don't think trees to be reflective, but in this particular case it is, and it catches your eye because it's a really nice color. The colors here are super awesome, and for some reason it draws your attention to the point that without your knowing, you go to kind of like inspect yourself a little bit better near this tree.
The mirror tree.
So you're just like,
Look at his plumes. He'll unfurl his wings. Looks so nice. Look at that guy right there.
Looking good, handsome.
That's what the reflection says back.
Thanks.
Wait. Oh my god, okay. So basically having kind of like a little freak out session over here. Do I notice Megax kind of just like
You can make a perception check.
that's a 10?
Or
am I just kind of like spiraling?
Essentially, like with everyone kind of doing their own thing, you're not picking up on him particularly. Like, he's still nearby, but it's not registering that what he's doing is kind of weird by what he's doing it by.
Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna like walk over to Fingex, like, okay. And I'm about to like kind of go into this little spiel, and then I look, it's like, what are you doing?
Look at this tree.
I'll look at the tree.
You can't. Its colors are so vibrant.
As you look at the tree, Rayliff, make a charisma check.
Oh god.
And it's here when Annabelle realized she sent the wrong people
19
for this task.
It's a +0.
So, as you look at what you would assume your reflection, you too also have like an assortment of colors, your different tattoos, all of the different patterns within your clothing. All of it shimmers and kind of catches light in different areas, almost to the point that it negates what actual light fragmentation is supposed to do. Like, it's doing like who's the fucking Star Trek director that does the fucking super
J.J.
lights?
Abrams.
Yeah, it's doing like that.
A lens flare.
Lens flares out of nowhere. But yeah, when you're looking at yourself, because you rolled a 19, you realize something about this tree from the last time that you kind of would have encountered it or have heard about it. And it's a tree that essentially has a target kind of get infatuated with themselves to the point of just losing themselves in the tree. And by losing themselves in the tree, you know that the tree can kind of like merge with physical beings and kind of use them to further reflect their own.
Okay.
So like you're seeing those things, you're like, that looks really nice, and then you're like, oh fuck.
It's like I look over at Vegax, debating if Rayleigh would smack Vegax or not. Just like get a hold of yourself, but I'm not gonna do that. Vegax, hey,
So pretty.
stop checking
So
yourself
pretty.
out. Yes, you're handsome. Stop.
What?
Come here.
I'm busy, Ray.
Come here. You don't look at that. It's gonna take you. Do you want to turn into a tree? Is that what you want?
I don't know. I travel through trees a
No,
lot.
you don't. Come here. Come here.
Fine. And he lets Ray take him away from the tree.
And Vingax, the moment you're maybe like 10 feet away, that like, it's like a weird dizzying feeling of like, what was I just doing? Like, why was I doing that? I mean, I know I'm hot, but...
Yes, we know. You got the bird muscles and all that stuff, but you okay? Everything good?
I don't know. It was weird. Couldn't stop looking at myself. And I know I'm good looking. But I just could not stop. I've never had a tree do that to me. I travel through trees.
This is a Feywild. It's a Feywild. Okay, everything will try to take... I told you this. Everything's going to try to eat you or take you or something of the sorts. Just be careful, please. If you see something that looks too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true. Okay? Do I have permission to smack you later? Do I have permission to smack you later if this happens again?
Yeah, of course. I think I was gonna glance over at that tree.
Immediately smack.
Hey!
No!
No!
Okay, so I don't know. Look, I didn't choose to live here. I was just born here. Okay, Okay, now we're here. All right, let's go to a court and try to survive. And we'll use the dragons. We'll use the power to try to bring them together. We should probably go to the seat of the court first. Okay.
Where is that?
So I'm gonna start walking towards the Sealy Court like I was.
You have no idea where that's at. Freya,
Fair enough.
could you lead the way, please? Or Caden.
If you must use a new name, you can call me James.
James. Okay, James.
It's a weird
James.
name.
That's a weird name. Fuck you.
James, Freya, can you lead the way, please?
So, as he says that, Caden's gonna kind of look around and look up. And look at, kind of at the sky and the terrain. Look down at Vi. I've never been here. But maybe we can follow the little ones that took off and see if they are heading towards the court.
So
I
as
didn't
you
notice those little ones when we landed. Yeah, we should do that.
as you say that, make a survival check.
Guidance.
Also, Dalen has luck from chat.
My survival's a 24
Okay.
without guidance. So if
Still-
I need to put
So-
guidance on, I mean,
Put guidance.
There's something
know.
almost immediately being a ranger that you notice, Caden, and these terrains don't work the same for some reason. Like, normally, whenever you're out in the woods or in the mountains or wherever it is, there's like a certain pattern that creatures and other things will like leave behind to help making tracking easier. But here it's almost like you follow a set of tracks and it leads you to just like a tree stump, or you follow another set and if you weren't paying attention, like you rode high enough, but if you weren't paying attention, you would have like fallen off the side of a cliff. Like, it's so haphazard that it's taking you a minute to kind of like reevaluate your senses to what this new area is. And after some trial and error, you start to lead the party through, and progressively y'all start to head what you would imagine to be north, but then going back to how things are, you're not exactly sure directions are as finite as they are.
do I see any animals nearby?
Yes. There are different woodland creatures, like you can hear birds, you can hear similar sounds from like small creatures, probably the size of like deer. You don't see deer, but overall the forest isn't giving off that eerie silent vibe where all the creatures are just being quiet or like running away.
Know that place. Is there one nearby that I could talk to?
Perception check.
15.
You see off in the distance a kind of rabbit-like creature, small, but as it looks at you, it has red eyes and like two kind of like demon horns coming from the front of its.
Is his body white?
Uh,
If so, I'm not talking to it.
no.
I've seen that
movie. There's a patch of white. No, it's like a weird brown, dark matted texture with like black spots and other oddly, almost sparkly textures here and there, given the light.
Okay. I would like to try to approach it to cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
I want to do it sort of cautiously. I don't want to spook the thing.
Okay. Make a animal handling check.
That is 18.
Okay. You're able to sneakily, but not too sneakily, make your way over to it. It doesn't seem bothered by you getting closer. But yeah, it just is nibbling on some type of bark as you get close enough.
Okay. At that point, Caden would cast Speak with Animals and kind of kneel down within range of it, but not try to be right on top of it.
Okay.
Excuse me, little one. Do you understand me?
Yes, I do.
was wondering if you might could help me.
Help? Help is rare.
Do you perhaps know the way to the Sealy Court?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Can I tell whether he's being deceitful or not by the way he's talking?
I would say you can do a insight check with advantage because you're able to sense its body language with the animal or the speak with animals up.
Okay. So the first one was a 13, second was a 16 with a +3, so 19 for insight.
It sounds truthful, but it sounds like there's something else there.
Like there's a catch?
Yeah.
What would you require to show me the way to the Sealy Court?
What do you value least?
What do I value least? Unfortunately, it's not here. In this realm.
Well, why don't you just go get it and bring it back?
It doesn't quite work that way. We were sent here with magic, and the barrier between worlds is a lot harder to traverse without that type of powerful magic.
What do you value most, then?
You know, I've never thought of it.
So that means you don't have anything?
I've lived a very long time. Most things that truly mattered to me have died and gone by now.
For directions to the Sealy Court, you can give me... What's on your left foot?
He looks down at his boot and says, "You want my boot?"
Not the whole thing.
You want a part of my boot?
Yes, yes. What about the thing that, you swiggled around a bunch of times and tied up and...
Oh, you want something like a rope?
Yes, yes.
As he says that, he reaches into his pack and he pulls out a little bit of rope that he could untwist about the length of a shoelace, and he takes his sword and cuts that off and unravels it and holds it in front of him. So you want something like this?
You have spare? How often do those go missing?
You'd be surprised. Like I said, I've lived a very long time. I've done a lot of traveling. Always have to be able to lace up your shoes.
Okay, yes. I will take that.
He hands it to him.
Ooh. The directions to the Sealy Court are just that way.
Very well. How far?
How fast do you move?
I can run at a decent speed.
Well, maybe...
How long would it take for you to get there?
7,000 of these. And he holds up the length of the rope.
I see. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for this. I will remember.
Very well. And he'll stand up and look at the party and tell them the direction that the animal informed him was the court.
And as he's
He won't tell them the
you...
7,000 of these because that would not be relevant.
Hey James, so how many hypothetically, how many shoelaces would it take to get to the
the center of the Sealy Court? Well, 3,
What do we
obviously.
hear when he's talking to animals? What do we hear?
So normally speak with animals would go in the form of similar chirping and or mimicked animal sounds. However, when this creature was talking, it had like an underlayer of just like not infernal, but something very close to it.
It was a very creepy conversation we had.
Oh yeah.
So I was talking to a demon rabbit. Got it.
Was it deep speech?
I couldn't tell if that was cute
I mean,
or terrifying.
I do know infernals, so I mean, technically, I could really had a conversation with this
Just
thing.
a regular conversation.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, what's up? Okay. So it's that way. Okay. Do you want to continue leading, and we'll be right behind you?
I'm fine with that.
All right, cool. Cool.
So
Alright.
I will
Boy.
start heading the direction that I was instructed to go.
Okay.
1, 3.
Well, let me replicate myself. Oh my god.
So you start headed that way. Oddly, like day and night patterns aren't working as they probably should. Certain parts of the forest are much darker than what you would imagine, and then you would come into like a clearing and it's super bright out. So concept of time here is jagged at best, but you in faith continue to go in the direction that the rabbit creature told you.
Yep.
After about 2 hours walk, can I have y'all make constitution checks?
Constitution checks?
Yeah.
Nod saves.
Cocked. God damn it. Okay, 10 plus 3. 13.
10.
7.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ.
I got 17, but oh lord.
Guidance.
Oh, I get guidance too?
Caden, you are fine. I guess long travels haven't affected you that much. Dalen and then the others. Dalen, even though you ate the portion of the rations, y'all are like famished, very hungry.
Hey,
Do we need to stop?
James, you got any more rations?
I do.
You, yeah, mind if I have it?
Yes, Tina, I will.
No.
No.
Great.
Oh no.
Oh,
What?
double! Yes!
Whoever thought it was a good idea to give
And
the
then
DM these
she locked
is
y'all out
messed
for
up.
I forget how many minutes it is before y'all can do it again.
Well, okay.
Well, fuck.
So I would say that as they stop, Caden will pull an arrow from his quiver and he'll set it with the tip facing the direction they were heading, because everything looks so different that he wants to make sure he keeps track of which way they were going. And then he'll turn around to the party and see what they need as far as food or whatever.
Is armor heavier in the Feywild?
Oh, no, you're just tired. We've been going for so long.
Do you need to rest?
I could push on it, it's fine.
I mean, if I
My
think
body
Ray needs
won't
to
get
rest,
up.
so I'll rest too if he's gonna rest.
My body won't get No, we'll just rest.
I agree. Rest
Wish I
would
would
be
have left those
nice.
sandwiches in the cart.
On the cart.
Maybe we can ask Annabelle to just whip the cart over here real quick.
Annabelle. Annabelle, can you just bring the cart over here? The horses are fine. Just, please.
Raylith, are you just yelling into the ether, or
Yes.
long
Oh.
pause?
Wait, I just remembered something.
She's
I got the
probably
settings.
busy. So
I got the settings down.
yes.
Hey, Papa. We got sent to the Feywild. The cart got left behind. Can you send it over to me specifically, please? Thank you. Hope you're well. Got to-
A moment passes, and then another moment, and another. And you're watching as, like, Dalen's, like, picking apart more rations and just, like, hating his life.
Eating the tiny raisin. I just imagine trail mix. So
Some granola.
And then on, like, maximum blast, in your ears you hear ringing, "The Feywilds? What are you doing there, my boy?"
Ah!
I haven't been to the Feywilds in quite some time. You know, there was that one time I went with my friends back in the day. You know, way, way back when you were a little sprout, and I almost faced a terrifying... And then it cuts off.
He knows it's only so many words. They can't send it back. It's once a day.
So dumb.
This old man. Okay. Gotta find food. You enjoy your granola or raisins. Whatever, I'll be back. Can't tell Rail is done.
You need me to go hunt for something.
Yeah, come on. We'll both go. I actually need to talk to you about something.
Do I need to support carrying you? You look like you're about to collapse.
Let me just take off the heavy cloak that I have on. It's like, yeah, let's just go. I'm fine. And like as I take it off, you see all these tattoos like lined up all the way up their arms, their neck, their face, all different colors as well. All right, let's go. Do you want to lead, or I don't think you want me to lead. You could lead.
What are we going after?
Something small, maybe something enough for everyone, so he doesn't have to eat granola.
Vi, stay with the rest of them.
Okay.
She kind of like goes over and I mean, I don't know how y'all's camp setup is, if y'all are just like squatting by trees, but
Did we set up a camp? There's just an arrow on the ground.
Vi goes over, takes the ratchets away from Daily.
I mean, she doesn't need them. She's fine.
Oh, God. Okay. Obi, stay with them. Let me know if anything happens. Okay. All right, lead the way, James.
So, I guess I'm gonna try to locate and track a deer, or something of enough size for the party to eat.
And Rayleigh, are you assisting as far as describing probably what best?
Yes.
he'd
Does it say what
encounter?
I'm looking for?
Yeah.
Okay, roll a. We'll make it a tandem check. So, first, roll survival.
With advantage?
I'll let you advantage one of these,
Guidance.
and guidance the other two. There's 3 checks about to happen.
Fuck. Guidance.
So you're putting guidance on the first one?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just asking because that's a dirty 20 without guidance. So,
Either way, there's 2 of them. Yeah, just add guidance.
Just add guidance.
You never
alright,
know.
so that's a 22 then.
Okay.
All right.
Your next check is perception. And are you doing advantage or guidance?
Advantage.
With advantage, that's a 21.
Okay.
Okay.
I rolled 11 to start with. That was a 16.
And your last check, make a stealth check.
Guidance. Wait, do we both need to make stealth checks?
No, I imagine you're standing far enough away that Caden can kind of go off and,
Yeah.
but still within like,
Using
shot.
his guidance, my stealth's a 25.
so Rayleigh, you're finding that whoever this James Caden guy is. Seems to be very, like, yeah, you're guiding him and you're, like, saying, okay, look over there for things, but, like, he seems to be pretty good without any help. And for a second, you kind of wonder, just like, I mean, who is this guy? Like, why is he so good at what he does? Is he
said he's been
Wolverine?
alive. He says he's been alive
Is that why
forever,
his
so
name's
it makes
James?
sense.
Because he's James Howlett?
I mean, to be fair, Raylith has never heard him say anything about being alive forever. He's only said it to Freya, and he said it to the rabbit.
You mentioned it. Didn't you mention it in the shared mind space though?
She mentioned that I'd been around for a very long time.
But I thought we were all hearing that conversation. So
Well, yeah, y'all heard
Okay.
it, but Caden never said how
Right,
long
right,
he's
right.
been around. She mentioned that I'd been around for a while.
He's been around a long time,
Yeah,
so
fair.
it makes sense.
Gotcha.
He would hone his craft.
Yeah.
So after a while, you figure out which tracks to go for. You get like a good spotted animal that kind of like fits that descript of what a deer would be in the Feywilds, and then you like sneakily get into position. Raylith guidance you before you left, but like you move away to where you can get a good shot that'll be swift and to the point. So I need you to roll an attack.
Easy. He's done this forever. He's got it.
That's a 14 plus 9.
Okay.
Plus 9.
Okay, so as you're like,
So 23.
he's got this, he does a DB, and then you're like, wait a second, what if he does DB? But then his arrow shoots off, and you don't hear anything, Raylith, and you don't see James move any closer or anything, and he like waits there for a moment. And then finally you hear like a thud. And from your perspective, Caden, you clean shot it. It bled out and then like hunkered down and fell maybe 40 paces or 40 feet away from where you're currently at. But yeah, the creature died a swift death. The only odd thing is it's bleeding like some kind of bluish blood, like light sky blue blood. But other than that, it looks like a normal, edible creature.
Okay. So I will walk over and pull the arrow out and pull out my sword and gut it.
As you're doing that, the color of the blood, as it either hits the oxygen or hits light, changes tones. You see it shift from like that blue to when it first comes out, it's like a purplish hue, and then it shifts to like a pink for a second, and then it turns into that like bright sky blue sort of color. But you clean it, you kill it, you skin it, you do the
Well, I'll just sling
the
it over
honey
my
things.
shoulders
Okay.
after I
then
gut it.
You come back. Raylith, you smell it before you see it.
Oh, you got good job. Good job. I knew you could do it. Okay. Cool. Got food. All right. James. All right. As we're walking back,
Does
Did
it
you-
really smell that bad?
no, it doesn't. So, I heard a voice when we were still on Diademia. And I learned a lot of things I didn't know about the planet. When you say everything could kill you, you mean everything could kill you.
There's a lot of things that were added to this world, yes.
You wouldn't happen to be something like Leia, would you?
No, not in the same sense.
Okay. Well.
I mean, it's better I tell you now. I probably should tell you all the same, regardless. So, if there's a question that you would like to know, you can freely ask me, but it'd probably be best if I told you all at the same time.
Okay. I don't have a good history with dragons, specifically, especially with what happened in the other world. So, if we could make them good, if we could make sure that another reset doesn't happen. I don't trust Anna. I don't trust her whatsoever. Why would you? I don't want another reset. Because I don't know anybody. I've seen plenty of loss. Probably as much as you have. Hell, I don't have anything to go back to anymore.
I don't know if we've seen the same amount of loss. And he has the bandana over his mouth so you can't really see it, but he smiles and he says, I'm over 3,000 years old.
DM, would I have known how long the planet's been around with all that information that came through?
Not to like a specific date. You would know that like a large passage of time had went, but to know how long this particular Diademia has been going is kind of hard to pinpoint without looking in like history text and seeing which year it is and going from there.
Okay. It's hard to trust. And I don't know. I'm just being very cautious when it comes to all this.
I understand the unwillingness to openly trust.
So
Once we get back to the others, I can explain more of why I'm here. Why Leia is the one I am technically after. Because I didn't know until I arrived at your group of people which one of you was my... I don't want to call her a target because I don't wish her harm. But the reason for the pull that drew me to your party. It wasn't until she utilized her draconic power that I knew who it was.
What power was it? It was lightning, right?
Yes. She utilizes the blue dragon.
That's who spoke to me. And I'm assuming you're under the blue dragon?
No, not me. You've seen Vi. She's not the same.
Yeah, makes sense. All right.
I am paired with the radiant dragon.
And have you met any others that are paired?
There were 9 of us total. They have all died over the years. Their descendants, most of their connection and bonds have either been dormant, or if we're awakened, we're killed,
Hunted.
or hunted to remove them from this world. There's a chance that there are 7 others out there, but if they are, they either haven't used their power or don't know how to access it to use it for me to know where they are.
Okay. Well, with any luck, we might be able to find them eventually. Hopefully we could save Leia. But just know that the person that caused everything over there well, let's just say she was trying to obtain that power. To fill that slot that is oh so empty.
Well, I don't know as much of the world that you particularly came from before. I can tell you this, though. The Radiant Dragon is not on this material plane. She is barred at this present time from the gods by the barrier they put on Diademia. It took a substantial amount of power for her to send me by.
So, if the Radiant Dragon is able to send that, and Annabelle is just able to send us here,
That means
what?
The barrier's weakening, it seems.
It's either that or they have a godly amount of power. Okay. Let's go talk to the others and fill them in. But I appreciate you, James. Caden.
Either way is fine. I prefer Caden because that is who I am now versus who I was then.
Understandable. Okay.
As y'all are headed back and around the same time that the conversation and the hunting's going on, Dalen, what are you doing?
Muted.
Oh, no.
Yep. I'm listing through all of the equipment and ingredients I had in the cart, just thinking about them. While leaning back against like a tree or something.
Okay. As you're doing that, I'm guessing you're saying it out loud, or you just do it in your brain?
Just kind of like mumbling to myself.
Okay. You do that for a while, and as you're leaned against a tree, you kind of blink for a moment, and when your eyes open, there's a being standing in front of you made of shadow, and his eyes are glowing red as he looks at you. Your body tenses as you look over his features, and you can distinctly pick out like elvish ears, if you had to guess, due to height and just how he's positioned. But he just stands there kind of like looking at you.
Do I see anything? Is Vingax still around? Are we still in the same place?
Vingax, where would you be at this time?
I would have just around, I wouldn't say right next to Dalen, but near Dalen, as the other two left. Would have just kneeled, pulled out a like stone carving of a gauntlet with the helm symbol on it, and just been sort of praying to Helm.
So Vingax is close, but he's like occupied, and then Freya is like counting all of her dagger blades, and Cricket is running around frantically with Obi, and like he's doing like this like dodge technique where Obi is supposed to move out the way, and then Vi is just like watching the whole thing with like a curious look on her expression, but like overall they're all occupied.
Being
and
great guardians.
Oh, children.
I would do I even have it available? Yes, I do. I will divine sense.
Okay.
Sense anything affected by the Hallow spell, a location of celestial fiend undead. I would basically be trying to use it to sense what is before me.
Okay. Let me just look up the hallowed spell to see. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. So I would say you are definitely picking up
It couldn't be Faye.
where is you're picking up not celestial fiend or undead or anything like that, but the hallowed spell in its creation, you're kind of getting that, and it's mostly coming in the form of, how did they phrase it? Extra dimensional interference. And another thing you're picking up is that this creature, this entity, whatever it is kind of like linked to yourself in such a way, and only because as you are gauging everyone else's sort of interactions at the time, like Freya might look over in your direction, but she just sees you sitting there mumbling to yourself, and then she goes back to working on her dagger. So they don't see the creature specifically.
To refrain from looking even more weird, I will try and say, "Who are you in my mind?"
Okay.
Who are you?
This is my home. Or was.
The Feywilds?
Yes.
You say was?
It does not seem like it is anymore.
Could you perhaps be from another time? Or are you just no longer being?
I am stuck. There's interference. It is painful.
How come only I can see you?
I believe us to be linked, which means you shall help me.
Would I recall, like, anything from the past?
Make a history check.
Like, from my own past? 13, flat.
Okay. As the creature says that, you get a flash or two, but it's brief and kind of like jarring, like when you saw your friends kind of in dead form a while back. But you get a brief instance of when your other paladin brethren came across you, and you were kind of almost in like a dying state, and they like nursed you back to health. From what your memories were of that situation, it's almost like you lost a week of your life, and you're not sure where or how you got to the place that you did. But in those brief instances, you see kind of like this dark, shadowy kind of like tendril reach out and latch itself onto you, which causes you to kind of pass out, and then you are like washing up ashore, in and out of consciousness, and then the next thing you actually remember is waking up in kind of like a temple not too far from where they found you.
Linked. He'll like subconsciously like reach towards his eye. Couldn't.
It's mirrored, but he touches what would be, I guess, his left eye if you did your right.
You couldn't be the reason, could you? Kind of to himself, but out loud. How can I help you?
Reclaim what is mine, what I have lost.
What is it that you've lost? Who are you? Who were you?
That is a long story. But I have made up my mind that you will help me in one way or another.
I'm afraid it doesn't quite work that way. You will keep staying in this back seat until I can figure out how to deal with you. And he will try to cast protection from evil and good on himself.
Okay. As you do that, the I guess holy energy within Paladin Oath spells kicks in, and you feel that like soft comfort rests on you as the spell takes, and then that shadowy figure, oddly enough, looks like it's smiling as it fades out of existence. If
This
shadows
is
could
not
smile.
good. Well, shadows don't typically have red eyes either, so.
Yeah, you right. And around that time, you all hear kind of a set of heavier footprints, and then, footsteps, and then another set as Raylith, James, and then the trophy win of a animal come back to camp.
Vengax will look up, recognize them, put away his little talisman, whatever you want to call it, and then we'll greet them. Welcome back. It looks like you guys were successful.
No, barely even did anything. Now, can you hop on my eyes? I'm just gonna go sit down. I did so much.
You don't see like an ounce of blood on Raylith at all. Like
Deception check.
Kate is just shaking his head, like
It's a natural one
he did
anyways.
so much.
Yeah, we have food. Anything interesting happened while we were gone?
Nope.
Dalen would seem spacey. No, sorry, what? No.
Everything good,
nothing.
Dalen?
on par with Dalen.
Everything okay, Dalen?
Yes, everything's fine. Good catch.
Can I insight check Dalen?
James.
Can I insight check Day? If he goes like being spaced out like that.
Sure.
Dirty 20.
As you're looking at Dalen, you sense something almost similar in a way. And then, yeah, to yourself.
It's weird.
And then your stomach growls.
Hungry. That makes sense. All right, Dalen, come here. Let's help James.
It was a good thing that you didn't really do so much, Rayla. It sounds like you need to eat.
I would have
yourself.
collapsed. It's fine. Then you would have to carry me and that.
I think
It's not worth
the animal weighs more than Raylan does.
It would have been so bad. It would have been so hard. All right.
I mean, at the worst, we could have just drug you back.
No.
No.
Okay. All right. No, that's a different campaign. I was gonna say, don't we have like magical tents or something? But that's another thing. It's yeah. Sorry.
Hint.
Oh, I can get y'all some magical tints for a price.
Okay. So I'll, if you want, I could try to set up a fire. You could do that. Set up a camp if you all want to stay here, or like just eat and then walk away, or do you all want to rest? For the most part.
Once,
Might as well short rest if we're gonna prepare an animal.
I would say once Caden got to a spot to set it down, he just started skinning it at that point.
What does Rayliv do?
I'm gonna try to set up a fire.
Okay. How are you doing that?
Is there any wood around here?
Oh yeah, there's plenty.
All right, like branches and stuff. Like just. All right, I'm gonna do that. Grab some firebolt.
Nice.
Magic, baby.
As you do that, make a wisdom save.
You have to get high off of whatever you got.
You just ignited
Wisdom.
fucking pheromone-based wood bark.
Wisdom save, right? I was
Yeah.
about to say check. Okay, 18. 14 on the die.
Raylith, you hear a voice. Sounds childlike. You're going to run out of magic here.
It's a cantrip. Wait. What?
That's not what I mean.
What do you mean, and who are you?
You're going to run out of magic.
Not if I sleep.
You can sleep. You can sleep as long as you like. But you won't get your magic back that way.
Who are you? Do I recognize the voice at all?
But there
Is
is
it in-
one way.
How's that way?
There's one way you can have infinite magic.
How's that? I'll bite.
Well, we'd have to make a deal.
No deal.
I'll check on you later then.
Okay. Bye. Anyways. That was weird. Did y'all hear anything? Is that if anyone's near me? Freya?
No, I didn't hear anything. Did you? Did you hear anything? I didn't hear anything.
Are you
You're acting weird.
You're weird.
Yes, I know. I'm not from this place. Well, I am from this place, but not from this. You know what I mean.
We
It's a
haven't
weird
been here
situation.
for a day. Just putting that out there. Keep your wits about you.
I don't like this place. There's voices everywhere, and he's just like trying to like start seasoning meat and cook.
Freya, darling, friend, acquaintance, friend, Freya, sister.
I did call
So
you.
much for wits.
There's a voice saying that I would run out of magic soon enough. Here. Go ahead and make a deal. Obviously, decline.
I mean, you are a magic user.
Yes. But running out of magic even after I sleep.
Mm-hmm.
It's just. I don't remember it being this weird. Or am I misremembering?
The Sealy courts, they control most aspects of the arcane here.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna rest anyways. It's fine. It'll work itself out.
So, preparing the meat, who's cooking it?
Our cook.
I would.
Our cook? Okay. Dalen, make a culinary check.
Jeez. 14
Nice.
with guidance.
Guidance. Yes, guidance. Yes, guidance, of course. Just
Of
assume we
course,
have
I want
guidance.
you to not poison us.
17. There
Nice. Okay.
Just assume if we're not in combat, guidance.
Ray lifts like asleep. Guidance. A hand just
No,
reaches.
just like Obi just never sleeps. Obi, you take care of it. Okay, I'm gonna guidance always.
So Dalen starts to prepare the catch that James shot and brought back, and after a while it starts to smell like edible food, and once it's all done and prepared, you all get to sit down and enjoy a nice meal.
Oh, that is so much better.
Is this your first time cooking, Vlogren? I take that as a yes.
No, he's cooked before.
I cook all the time. This is my first
No,
time cooking.
Who's
Vlogren.
Vlogren?
Vlogren is the animal that you just.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. First time, yes.
Not bad.
Well, thank you.
What did you do with the excess blood?
Oh, I marinated it in the blood. It smelled, something about it just smelled right.
Make a insight check.
Oh, I did the wrong thing.
Oh no!
Not me with a -1 on insight.
Guidance.
Oh no!
I got a natural 20. So
Nice.
19.
You never- hold on, wait. If it's a 19, does the natural 20 still count?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a 19.
I mean, it's the best for what Dalen can do in this kind of
Yes.
situation. So, You notice her expression kind of shifts and she starts to eat a lot slower. Okay, this could be good or bad.
But I cooked it out, you know? I cooked it out. Let it, you know, like the alcohol, you let it cook out.
Right. Who ate, by the way? Just checking for reference.
Everyone that's starving.
Yeah.
Roll me a D100.
Oh.
Caden did not eat.
Okay.
Why? Couldn't you not just...
That's 92.
Okay.
DM knows why, but Caden did not eat.
28.
Okay.
I don't know if a high number's good. I'm afraid.
36.
Why?
Oh,
What's wrong with the blood?
As you say that, Galen, your right eye, all the vision in it just bloop,
It's gone.
just fades out.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. Oh.
What's wrong? Wait, what's wrong? Dave, what happened?
Vingax, you feel a little lighter. For meta purposes, you have 5 more feet of movement speed.
Nope.
Raylith,
Oh no.
roll
You feel a lot heavier.
roll a straight D20.
It's a straight. Oh,
Guidance. Oh no. Okay. Well, now here's your actual question. I rolled a d20 as well. Did you roll the same number, lower, or higher? Well, obviously it's not going to be higher than what I rolled.
lower. I'd assume it's a lower, but if you rolled a natty 1, I'd be afraid.
Okay. Yeah, I rolled a 2.
Oh my god!
Okay, so Raylith, you get 1 benefit, either advantage on your next ability check, a succeed on your next saving throw, or 1 level 1 spell slot back.
So I have all my level 1 slots. So
Okay.
I'll take the save.
Okay. So until your
Did anyone else lose their vision?
next official
What?
Dalen, for purposes of that, you roll at disadvantage for your perception checks. Until it wears off.
No one? Just me?
I feel so much lighter. Vingax is gonna like spread his wings out. And go, wow.
Are you okay? Do you need me to smack you? Okay.
Maria, what's up with
You
this?
can catch me. I'm so light.
This food.
The blood of this creature has different properties depending on how you ingest it. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
I feel
What happened to
something.
you, Freya? I saw you eat it.
I do have a question for you though, DM. Do I need to roll due to the fact that it's been running down my back and making contact with my skin the
Do
whole
you have
walk
any
back?
open wounds?
We don't know, do we?
Oh no!
Absorb through your pores.
Oh, now I have to do the same thing. Okay, I'll roll.
Dude, I'm bottling up some of this stuff. It could come in handy.
No, you said you cooked it all. You can't.
Oh no.
Can't Do it.
Freya got the reverse of what Rayleigh got. She doesn't have spell slots, so I'll go with disadvantage on her next ability check.
Uh-oh.
Caden, roll me so many percentile dice today. Roll me a D100. Let's see if you got any open wounds from your troll fight.
Well, I mean, I know that ain't the case. I wasn't in contact with him.
Maybe like a little paper cut on his back.
That is a 50.
Damn, straight down the middle.
I mean,
You feel a tingle
A tingle?
as a bit of the blood seeps down into your boot.
Well, I was going with the other reason on my skill sheet of wondering if I needed to roll. Very bottom.
Oh. Yes. Well, make a
Make
a
that
check.
roll?
Yeah, yeah.
That's an 18.
12
12 plus.
The tingle subsides after a while, and you seem to be all right.
Okay. That was odd.
Sorry, everyone. It was my first time.
I mean,
I will try to keep a vial or two of that blood if I can.
Okay, make a investigation or medicine check.
You're bottling drugs.
13.
Just don't crystallize it.
17.
Roll me a d4.
Getting really used to this guidance. 2.
Okay, you're able to get 2 vials of this. What is it? Vlagrin blood.
I look over at Freya and go, maybe you should go with me next time I go to hunt something.
I don't feel so good. Maybe not the immediate next hunt.
You
I
can
feel
at least
pretty
tell
good.
me what I'm shooting so I know what to look for.
This is fair. I mean, I thought you went with Rayleigh.
Clearly,
It's a different timeline. How many times do I have to say this?
clearly he does not know this realm as you do.
I know more about Diademia now than I did. The existential crisis continues.
Perception checks. No reason.
Man.
for everybody.
Yeah.
That's not where you go. Ooh.
Nope.
17.
I got a 12. It wasn't that bad, even with disadvantage.
Guidance. On myself. It's a 10. It was a 6
Why
originally.
would you even guidance that?
It's because you never know.
Vingax, what did you get?
17.
Caden,
22.
Dalen,
Well,
Vingax, and Caden. The two of you hear like a shift almost in like wind patterns, and off in the distance you hear like a rumbling. And as it gets closer, Raylith and Dalen, you hear it as well. And it seems to be moving fast. And it seems to be moving where you all are.
Really? Just gonna sit there. Just can we not catch Rick?
Vengax is gonna shoot up into the sky to see if he can get a better look at what's coming.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and fix my eye so I can see.
Do I have mending? I don't have mending.
Mend his eye?
Yes.
How would that even work? It's a glass eye now. It's all better.
Open sesame.
So as that's happening, we're gonna take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to see what they see and what Dalen doesn't see. But yeah, we'll be back here shortly. Don't go anywhere unless you have to go get like snacks and stuff and come back.
Get yourself some popcorn.
Or cafe.
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 Okay, be back shortly.
Bye.
For now.
Jess and Keith Pinley of Underground Oracle Publishing has paired with Monty Cook Games to come out with their latest setting, Quick Start, in a collection using the Cypher System's 2e version called Cypher Shorts. You are thrown into these quick one-shot settings to get the dice rolling on an amazing adventure. Volume 1 consists of Ballroom Blitz, A Nightmare in Orange, Quaturn Club, as well as guidelines for character creation, performing physical actions, and more. Be sure to check the link in the bio to get your copy of the Cypher System 2e edition. And don't forget to swing on by Underground Oracle's Patreon to snag a copy of this month's Cypher Shorts for only $5. Do your players ever show any obsessions?
I'm gonna look at Nanari and be like, what the fuck was that? I try to stab a man, and he turns into a giant bloated blood tick. What? Why? He cheated. He's supposed to die. That's how it's supposed to go every single time. Stab dead, stab dead. I've done it 1,000 times. Oh, yeah, we stabbed a guy. Because he was lying about us. And she made us adopt the kid. But the kid already had adopted parents. So we went to the adopted parents and stabbed him. Wait, no, because he's the bad guy. Because he's a fucking bad guy.
And then out of nowhere, there's character growth.
I do a lot of talking about killing people and stabbing people, and I'm a little sensitive to that. So if ever I just decide to walk away from a conversation, that might be why, and that's okay.
Right. That's fair.
Figure out what language this is.
6.
Nice. You don't know, but you were able to read that. So in that moment, you come back to yourself, and your shock causes you to take a step back where there's no step, and I need you to make a dex save as you're about to fall off the side of this cliff. She grabs onto the first thing that is available, which just happens to be I don't know why I rolled. It's fucking Dalen. I need you to make a strength save to see if you can hold on. And then like her hand reaches out and just like grabs onto you, and you are just like, I don't know what to fucking grab. So you like manage to like
drop like a rock.
What is happening?
Yeah, Aleem doesn't know what to do. He's just gonna reach out and like touch you and give you resistance just in case. I don't know. Caden's like, what the did I happen across? These people can't even climb a fucking mountain right without making a big scene.
I would say at the rock fall as she shifts, Caden turns around and goes, "The and just kind of looks like, do they not know how to walk?
In front of them? Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Can you come here real quick?
What? Oh my fudge. What? Gotta bring it out. What? I can't look at this with a straight face. Jess is gonna hate this.
I know.
This is something, guys.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. That is shit hot.
And he looks at you. Welcome home, daughter. It's been quite some time, has it not?
What?
We will talk it over. And as she says that, in your mind, things start to like rip and crack and break. And you see for a split second 1, 2, 3, 4 multiple heads of dragons of different colors. And as they all emerge, they're all conjoined into the same body. And she looks at you, knowing that this creature has manifested. Although, my dear, I must tell you, I told you I'm the daughter of dragons. So who exactly was my mother? And she looks back at you. We have work to do. And in that moment, it's almost like a brief second has passed between the puff of smoke that Vigrette has exhaled as she looks at away, whether they want to admit it or not.
I don't wish to speak out of turn or to cause offense, but have we tried not inserting ourselves or our likeness into the world? Well, I mean,
Noted.
a bit of compassion in the world wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing.
Compassion, yes. Also dangers.
What do you mean, dangers?
There has to be a balance. Light and dark, good and evil.
Oh, there's you, you know.
Good evening, mechanics. Now available at the Barclay Garage is a new line of Dungeon Mechanics exclusive dice towers available for order. This veteran-owned woodmaking company creates homemade wood items sourced here in New Mexico. Use the promo code MEC25 to get 25% off today, and tell them the Dungeon Mechanics sent you. Oh, welcome back!
They fell. They fell.
So before we left, Vingax, you flew up.
We have to
Yes.
wait until
More
Frisky
music.
gets home before we can start.
Oh yes, definitely. It's a requirement.
I would say that since I sensed it same time he did, Caden's probably stepping back away from the campfire.
Okay. Vingax, make me a perception check.
18.
Decent. Off in the distance, as you get above the canopy area of where the trees were, you see a flurry of what can only be described as serpent heads, but they're like very large, and they're all kind of like being ushered forward. Trees are getting like pushed aside and moved down as this thing that it's dragging is quickly approaching you and your group.
Do I know how many serpent heads, or do I just see a bunch?
Roll me a d20. No, I'm joking. It is 6 different ones.
6.
I thought I said no snakes in session 0.
I didn't get that. Not in this campaign.
Stacks, you guys really gonna listen to that? You just gave him fodder. Anyways, so Vengax is gonna fly down, at least to earshot of everyone, and tell them, guys, I don't know what this is, but there's this creature with 6, what was 6, right?
Mhm.
6 serpent heads barreling towards us.
Break. All right. Pick up the cloak, put it back on. All right, we should probably hide or run. Either or.
Yeah, should we cut left or right? Which way?
I'm a hide. Fuck this. Nope.
Trees are no obstacle to this thing. I should add.
Was it coming at us or towards us? Like, are we the target? Do we just jump out of its way or what?
It looks like it's headed toward you, but if it's headed like directly for you specifically, anyone's guess.
Don't know. It's headed towards us. So whether it is in fact at us, hard to tell from what I can
run.
see.
So run.
All right.
Run.
I run to the left of the way that it's coming towards us. Just start booking it. I want to get out of the way of the 6-headed snake thing.
How big is it?
It would be described wise at least. I'm trying to think what a tall tree would be.
That's all we need.
Maybe
That's
per
fine. Okay,
head
yep,
is
that's
like 15, 20 feet tall.
All right. Hide somewhere. Run. Okay. Rayla is just gonna get up. Obi, to me.
To me, Obi. Or not Obi. That is the question.
Oh no.
Okay, let's just hide.
Okay, whoever's hiding, make a stealth check.
Please. Please. Don't fuck me on this one.
Got him.
Two plus 4.
What?
So he literally just went on his hands and knees and like.
No.
They can't see me. It's like
I can't see them. They can't see me.
Just hide behind a tree, just like.
you know, it's the Feywilds. It'll probably work.
The person that was talking to me earlier, hi.
So, aside from Rayliv's atrocious attempt at hiding, what did everyone else get?
I didn't roll a stealth.
Okay.
Rolled
Dalen's like,
athletics to run away.
Dalen's just like, I can't see out of my eye.
It's dark. I'm scared. I'm in the Feywilds.
And then did Vingax or Caden? I know Caden moved away from the campfire.
Caden only moved about 15 feet away from the campfire, and he's standing there. He's waiting for whatever's coming.
Okay.
Okay, well then, seeing that, Vangax is just gonna fly a little higher, but still stay close enough so that he can back up Caden.
Okay. As the serpents are getting closer and closer and closer and closer, they start to slow down when they get close to where your camp is set up for the time being.
Is there a small little bush close to where I'm standing?
Yeah, there's like trees and bushes.
I would instruct Vi to stay close, but to try to conceal herself in a bush to start with, instead of sending her away.
So as this large serpent concoction is coming, it stops maybe 50 feet away from the camp, and like at that 50 feet mark, like trees have kind of like been pushed aside and broken, and you see that the 6 serpents are actually kind of like drawn underneath, and then on top of where their back would be is this kind of almost carriage concoction, and then the serpents' heads kind of like descend down and part slightly, as in the middle where 3 at 3 side is, a robe of stairs comes down, and physics wise it doesn't make sense, but Feywild. And then you'll see 2 humanoid creatures kind of descent down the stairs, but as you get a closer look, they too have snake-like features.
Still poorly good.
With that, Vangax will land next to
Light as a
Caden.
feather, stiff as a boa.
So you
Light
can-
as a feather, stiff as a boa.
I'm not here.
Vingax of what?
He'll land next to Caden.
Okay.
Show kind of a united front. And then he's gonna he'll look over to him. Do you know who these guys are?
I mean, I've never been here, but
I mean, I
it
did.
appears they came to find us, so this may not cause us to have to do as much searching right now.
It's definitely beneficial. I was just curious because you just stood here.
What was the point in running? You and I both know they were heading right for this location. They knew we were here.
Fair enough.
If I'm gonna die, I'm not gonna die tired.
Meanwhile, Dalen in the forest.
SpongeBob meme. Caveman SpongeBob. or it could also be that old The Weekend meme.
Oh no. So these 2 figures kind of walk up, and you see one immediately as they get on the ground, they erect a scroll that kind of like hovers close to them, and with quill in hand, they're just like jotting things down and like looking frantically here and there. And then the other person with arms like calmly placed behind their back is just like walking at a steady pace towards probably Vengax and Caden's direction. And as they approach, yes, hello, welcome to the Feywilds. We've been expecting you. Well, there's more than just the 2, 3 of you, right? I can see you there. You can stand up.
There are.
Yeah.
Stands up, just like
Then would look back to see if his friends followed him for safety.
can't even turn to
Make
your
a
right.
disadvantage perception check.
I don't hear them anymore. We should be safe. Guys?
Wait, are you turning to your right? Because you can't see from your right.
Yeah. Gotta get used to that. Guys, it's dark. Oh,
God.
wait.
You say you've been expecting us.
Yes. You all are invited to the Sealy Court. There is a banquet that you must attend.
A food that isn't gonna poison us, possibly?
We were on our way to the court.
How did you know we were coming?
We were informed by creatures within these woods.
I'm just gonna look over to Caden, like, wonder who could have told him that.
1, 2.
As he looks, Caden kind of smiles, which, you know, he's got his bandana on, but he kind of smiles and thinks to himself, that thing moves faster than they do.
Well,
We were on our way to you when some of my companions needed to take a break.
Yes, we are not as accustomed to this land as others.
I can see you all look very interesting. Shall we go?
Let me go find our friend. Hang on. Daylight! Day!
Raising danger. Charge back into battle.
Did Vengax gonna look around and does he see Freya or Cricket anywhere? Did they-
Cricket and
Cricket's totally petting the snakehead right now.
well, no, he's not there yet. But Cricket kind of like peeks out from a bush, probably the same bush that's already occupied by a drake at the moment, and doesn't fit Kinku, but he peeks out. And then after hearing Rayleigh yell, Freya also comes back out of the woods.
Freya, have you seen Daylight anyway?
I believe he was running in the complete wrong direction. I mean, relative.
I mean, I saw him go that way.
Vengax just, alright. Everybody wait here. He's just flying in the direction of Caden to see if he can find him.
Sword out.
Back, you fiends!
as Dalen approaches, you see giant snakes, snake people talking to your friends. Well, sort of. You can kind of
Oh my god.
fish it out.
Oh, um,
Everyone's safe.
yeah, out there, they want to take us to the Sealy Court.
Naturally.
As guests, not prisoners, Day.
Okay, that's good. Good.
For a
Have
banquet.
food.
Banquet?
All this is free, right? No transaction, nothing. We're good.
We cannot speak for the king and queen of the courts.
Okay, we'll go.
Just this way. We shall be making it back relatively soon.
Okay.
You want us to get on that thing?
Go on, Day. You first.
As
Make
he
an
goes to
animal
usher
handling
us,
check.
as he goes to usher us, that way, Caden will bend down and pick Vi up and set her on his shoulder.
Okay. And as you do that, Caden, you also look, and the arrow pointed that you set down when y'all first arrived is in the opposite direction of where this.
So as I see that and I pick up the arrow and put it in my quiver, I'm like, I'm gonna have a talk with that rabbit.
Wascally wabbit.
Okay. Day, you first. Or do you need help since you're kind of like blinded one side?
I'm
Or you
fine.
could-
I'll go. I got it.
Okay,
Thank
go
you.
ahead.
I will approach the mount.
Snake wagon?
Snake wagon.
So yeah, as you pass the three heads and three heads, they like acknowledge your presence, but they don't do anything. And then you walk up like this
Hey, chill.
padded freaking carpet stair contraption thing that feels really unstable, but you manage to get on. And then like Freya and Cricket and the others are starting to file on as well.
Is this
What-
normal here? He looks to Ray.
I was gonna ask the DM.
I
Does this look
mean, as far as like culture and everything, it's night and day. None of this was here in this kind of aspect back when the Feywilds was the Feywilds when you lived here. You knew it to be led by a Shadarkai family. And whether or not there are Shadarkai here, I mean, it's still relative at this point.
it's very different Day. It's very, very different. But things in the Feywild change very often. We'll be fine. Plus, you're the protection. I believe in you.
Thank you.
Vingax, before you get on, the person with the scroll kind of like stops and then like measures out a line of your wingspan and then like
You
does
can
a few
call it
more
ride.
and then you should fit.
When he's measuring them, are they like extended?
Yeah, like the full extended.
Okay. Then he's gonna look at him and he goes, "Oh," and then just retracts him back in. Like, is that better?
They like measure. You should definitely fit.
Thank you. We'll walk on up.
Does anyone not get on the or is anyone doing anything? Did anyone put out the fire? Are we like just starting forest fires?
Yes. We're starting.
I know
I
it's
would
called
put it
the-
out. I would put it out.
I know it's called the Brightwood, but let's not,
Okay.
let's not
just
set the Fae
Make it
aflame.
brighter.
That's literally my character's last name. I put it out. God. Can I? The shape water. Can I pull with shape water? Can I pull water out of the air and just like put it out?
I don't think it works that way.
You're not making a spirit bomb.
Why can't you just snuff it out?
I'll snuff it out.
Okay.
Planet, give me your energy.
Do you need me to snuff it out? I mean, you had problems with the enemy.
I got it. All right.
How are you snuffing it out?
It's gonna kick it, and it's that's trees on fire.
I'm gonna kick it.
Oh my gosh.
Do you want me to roll something?
Yeah, roll an unarmed strike.
19.
Nice. Raylan kicks the shit out of this fucking campfire, and it shoots off and hits one of those reflective trees, and you just hear it like squeal in pain.
That's what you get
No,
for
the tree!
Fuck that tree. Leave it alone. It's trying to take you.
I will remember this, Raylan.
We finally got a win.
It was your only way out. It was the only way out. So yeah, you all load onto this snake contraption of a wagon carriage thingy, and you watch as the one that didn't have a scroll like motions, and the serpents like sit up straight, and with a quick motion of his hand, the cart kind of on heel turns around and proceeds back through the Brightwood forest. And that's where we're going to end it for today as y'all start to head towards the Sealy Court. One step closer to your impossible mission.
At least we're well prepared for it.
Shit.
Oh
Shit.
no. Okay. We are going to get ready to raid someone. Be sure to stick around for it. You will get extra mech points that y'all can use in future episodes to kind of help or hinder the players. And we will see you all, I think, in 2 weeks because we're off next week. So, that being said, stick around. Also, next Monday, we have an amazing new show to air on Dungeon Mechanics called, wait for it, Piss in the Apple Juice. It's going to be great. It's about a bunch of kids that go to school with eldritch horrors as best friends. It's going to be amazing. Hopefully we don't kill everybody in the first episode. But
Is this a Call of Cthulhu type of thing or what?
I mean, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting, but I'm also getting like little monsters with like the Savage Brothers as well. So it's going to be a whole thing essentially. But yeah, be sure to stick around. We have more happening tonight with Dusk of Accordia. They're also in a pickle. And yeah, I just feel like that's what the party vibe is. It's all pickles, no play. We'll see y'all the next time. Okay. Bye-bye. Boys.
Bye now.
I'm in danger.